We're going live without, gonna make it work. Hello, everybody in Radio Land, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and all social medias, Twitter, Twitch, and all of that jazz. If you're coming and you're listening now, I appreciate it. If you have a comment, please go to the comment section, make a comment. There's question and answers. Also, if you would like, we will be doing live phone calls that you can actually make a phone call in. That number is 319-527-60. That number again is 319-527-6085. So if you have a question for all the mothers out there in the world, I want to say happy Mother's Day to you, and I hope you are having a blessed day. Hi, Ron. He's from Angelic Whispers on Food Alchemy Network, and he's listening live too. And you'll be seeing the next half, he will be actually with us making ice cream. So, all those mothers and mother figures, and I say that because some of us that are not mothers actually are figurative mothers to people in our community, in our life, and become aunties as well. So, I want to wish you the best, the merriest, nurturing day. Take care of yourself. And I hope this inspires you to think about when it acts and be part of our journey that we're going to have today. So, again, if you want to call, we're on Blog Talk Radio live where you'll be in the queue and we'll be able to talk with you. So, I look forward to that. So, this is my guest. She had her name up and then she removed. There you go. She is Miss Waters, a good friend of mine. I got a chance to meet her in Sedona and we bonded. And you guys know that I was out for a while doing surgery and I got to recover at her beautiful place in Northern California. And when I went over the line and seeing the wine vineyards, it was like, wow, it was so beautiful. And then she lives near a little town called Hops, where they make beer. And I seen telephone poles. I was like, she told me, and it's really beautiful and quite quaint. My soul felt really at home being in that area. So we'll see what that discovers. So without further ado, I am Dr. D, from Food Alchemy Network, CEO, author, as well as workshop facilitator and educator, and also AKA shamanic medicine woman. So without further ado, we're going to let Miss Waters introduce herself and her background.
Hi, Dr. D. I'm so happy to be here with you today on the radio show. I'm Julian Waters, and I help women through my spiritual coaching to divinely blossom and truly love the life they live and take it up a notch to full bloom. I have had quite a spiritual journey. My life has taken me into many opportunities to grow, and I have been blessed to work with spiritual teachers around the world that are just top notch in expanded awareness and personal growth and development. And I'm really honored to be here. And I'm grateful because I do live in Northern California, and are surrounded by redwoods and vineyards and, like you say, hops, because they grow in Hopland, where the Hopland Brewery got a beginning for one of the earliest craft beer places. But it's also been a place in Northern California where, and let's talk about the topic of marijuana growth, because, and I'm just going to put a little plug in here, because that beautiful green plant has really helped people grow spiritually and have had expanded awareness, plus of all the medicinal benefits of the plant. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm also blessed to be a mother of 5 children that I birthed, and I have 2 grandchildren, a little boy 2 and one 10 years old that I get to spend a lot of time with because they live in the area and very near me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank
See,
you.
that is a blessing. And we had some questions. We have some other people that are coming in. So do not be shocked if you see some people lagging in. And also, I'm setting up one more thing. I am seeing if she can get in. But also, we're on Lulu TV for you guys out there. So that's going to go straight to Instagram. So like I said, I'm trying to plug as many places as we can so we can get in here and do this the right way. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. I'm almost there. So you're going to have to be a little bit with me, be patient. Oh, I forgot. We didn't even plug our commercial, which we do. So you're on Food Alchemy Network. And of course, on different days, Monday we have Coffee with Ori. On Thursday, we have Angelic Whispers with Dr. Ron Bates. And then on Sunday, we're bringing this new women's circle, which I call the Door of Many Colors. And the reason I put that Door of Many Colors is because it's different output from the young to the old, from different background, different experiences that we all are part of. This is what we are. This universe's realm is the door of many colors. So welcome to this show, and this is our premiere show. So look forward to this. Next Sunday we will be replaying this, and also you'll be able to listen to this as well on Spotify. You can listen to this on Castbox and also on Amazon Podcasts. So you'll be able to find these uploaded during the week, uploaded where you can listen to them if you're driving, or you can go back and listen to an archive on Blog Talk Radio, or you can listen in archives on Food Alchemy Network on YouTube, or if you happen to be in Facebook, hello, how are ya? You can be there too, and Twitch. And what was my other one? My son put me on Twitch and Periscope. I don't know how y'all listen to me, but I'll get this all figured out and we'll be down in a jiffy. So without further ado, we're going to go to a commercial and we shall be back. So without further ado, here we go. on my commercial. Okay, we have another person, a young person. So we're going to let her introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Latoya
Okay,
McNabb.
you are live. And
Huh. Hello, my name is
did you
Latoya
not pay attention to
McNabb.
my questions, woman?
I did. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me
Yes, I
okay?
can hear you fine. What do you
Awesome.
do? I can
I'm a
hear you
massage
perfectly.
therapist.
What?
I'm a licensed massage
That's
therapist,
it?
a esthetician, and I also am an entrepreneur for a Rise platform where I learned to build with Fortune companies. I've been a massage
All right.
therapist since 2011. I love what I do. I love helping people. I love the process of the body healing itself. It's amazing.
That is awesome. Now, I know you're wondering. This is my niece. I'm very proud of her. And the work that she does and the things that she does. And she never gives up. I do have one thing, my love. I cannot really clearly see you. There you go. See that beautiful person right there? There she go. That's my niece, but you're somehow in the darkness again.
Okay. Give
Okay.
me a second.
The niece, my niece does not have any children, but she's one of the examples that we say a mother figure. She's very dedicated auntie to her nieces and her nephews. And she's a very dedicated to young people and inspiration. That's what I mean by the mother figure. That's not only a mother that gives. So I honor those as well. So plus she's on the chipper younger side. So I brought her and thought it would be really great to have her. And I'm trying to get my mom in here. Something is going on. Namaste, Rosa. Okay, so there's going to be comments in the question box, you guys. So what I do is I put them up on the screen so you can see. For people in Block Talk, let me give you this number out one more time for anybody that wants to pay a plug. And if you want to wish a happy Mother's Day to your mother or your grandmother or anybody, I really give a shout out to them as well. And if you're on here, share alike so we can get as many people in here today that is going with us and feeling the energy of love. And the number that you can call, as I said before, is 319, hold on, 319 527 6085. 319 527 6085. Push the number one button and you will be able to be heard. Okay? So I said today we're going to have some fabulous people. And for the next hour, we're going to actually, well, next 45 minutes after our hour, we're actually going to make ice cream. And actually, we're going to do some workout for 15 minutes with me. So this is a variety show for you guys don't know. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. So you're going to get to see me sweat. You're going to get to see me work and do squats. And you're going to see me do ice cream. So what I'm going to do is say, I'm going to put a commercial on and I'm going to say, oh, and I got to go change my clothes. So this is interactive and live. So I got to figure out where my mom's at because she's supposed to be here. Okay. Uh, don't see her. She says she's backstage. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Okay. All right. Now, I have my list of questions and I was trying to give it a little bit more. So my mom gonna get in here, and I'm just trying to figure out where the heck she is, how to get in here. Um, Let me see. All right. I can't call on this phone because I'm on Blog Talk. So, ladies, I do have my questions for you. This is not going to work. Um, let's do this. Do, 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 do. Ah, da, 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 da. I'm so excited, you ladies. Can you tell?
Yes, you're really excited, Auntie.
Let's see. So, let's see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see. Gonna try to do it all, as they say. All right, let me see if I got it in. I have to go through 3 different screens, so y'all have to be patient with me. A long thing. Okay. Da, da, da. All right. All right. Okay. There we go. Da, 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 da. All right. I also am a mother. I'm not a grandmother, just a mother. And I'm a daughter. And I'm an auntie. You know what? I am. I'm a Hanai grandmother. My grandbabies are in Hawaii, and I love that. They providing stuff around the world to them when I traveled, and they get to see that their grandmother doesn't sit still. She's not one of those grandmas that be rocking in a rocking chair. Okay, I'm saying to you guys, um, tell me about your relationship with your mother. Um, uh, who wants to go first?
Well, I can talk about that. So,
Okay.
my mother, my memories of my mom young, she was pretty detached because she had 6 children, and after being a mother of 5 myself, I can understand that distraction. You know, it's hard to give attention to one person. But my relationship with my mom has been, I'm not sure, a kind of a growing and a growing relationship that has developed and gotten stronger over the years. In fact, I'm 65 and my mom's 85, so we've got quite a lot of years of experiencing each other. Look at my grandson, he just came in. Hi, Hannah. He wants to say hi to the Radio Land. Say hi. Hi, Radio Land.
Hello.
Hello.
This is Ocean.
Hi, Ocean.
Oh, you're a cutie.
He is.
I'm
I
gonna
see you, Ocean.
pass him back
You're
off to
so
his
beautiful.
So my mom and I talk on the phone more, but it's been a little complicated and challenging. You know, there's as all mother-daughter relationships, I think, are. We've had a lot of years of estrangement, and you know, and I don't know, growing in a different way. It wasn't the usual. It wasn't, our relationship wasn't the usual mother-daughter relationship. It was a lot of tension, and my mom was distracted a lot. But now we're developing a better relationship. We can talk, so to each other, checking in, saying hi, saying I love you, and it feels really good to know her, getting to know her more. You know, as she's getting older and wiser, and these are the things I really appreciate about that my mom gave me growing up. So she gave me such an appreciation for life and the beauty of life. My mom was an artist, and she made things beautiful around us. She sewed all of our clothing. So from the time we were little, we all had beautiful clothes that my mom made. not hap slap clothes, but professionally looking made tailored clothes. So that was a wonderful thing. My mom gave me also my Native American indigenous Pueblo heritage. And along with that, she gave me great genes of longevity. So I feel really blessed as we're getting in touch with that Native spiritual, really deep spiritual connection from so many years. I'm really appreciating that. My mom also always had this strength. Women and mothers have a strength in order to live with a man, raise 6 children, and continue to have hope and be able to express themselves in a creative way. So I appreciate that about my mom. And as I'm getting older, I appreciate those things even more. Mm-hmm. So thank you for letting me share and go first.
Awesome. Well, me and my mom, we've had, my mom has been my biggest supporter and cheerleader all my life. She's a single parent who raised me by herself, and she always worked at least 2 jobs as a kid.
Dr. D, you are muted again. You are muted.
Your mic is muted, so we can't hear you, Dr. D. As I was saying, my mom has always been my biggest cheerleader. As a child, I grew up in a single parent home. My dad was in and out of the picture. So with that being said, she would work 2 jobs and I would be home left to clean, cook, and make sure that the house was well put together by the time she got home. Growing up as a teenager, my mom, again, she supported me through anything or any decision that I chose. And I have always been an active person. Thespian society was my thing back in high school, and every play that I was in, every dance recital, my mom would be there with flowers and the loudest cheerleader in the crowd. That's my mom, and I appreciate her for that. The one thing that my mom really taught me as a child is to not worry about what people say about you, because it's not what they call you, it's what they answer to. And so with that being said, it's not that it's an arrogant thing as if people's opinions doesn't count. But in society today, some people are so negative that the words that they say could cause more pain than positivity. And so that was the lesson as a child that has always stuck with me. Don't allow other people to tear down your dreams or to tear down what you're trying to build. Have the confidence and the courage and belief in yourself to know that whatever you are working towards, that you can achieve any goal and mission that you're trying to get to.
That's beautiful, LaToya. You're fortunate to have a mother who could support you like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
As I'm getting older, though, our relationship, we have our times. We don't always see eye to eye, but she's still always there, So
yeah, that's how relationships are, though.
Yeah, it's a mom. I noticed that it's a mom-daughter thing, especially when you're an adult and your parents don't realize that you're adult, and they're still treating you in a child manner. Even though I'm 32 years old, she's still like, I will still spank you if you need it.
Oh. Well, mothers, I think, coming from my perspective with adult children, mothers are still mothers,
That's right.
As much as we try to send the little birdie off,
Mm-hmm.
I know there's still that attachment to really wanting to see you prosper. I wish we could hear Dr. D, because I hear her talking and I see her mouth talking and talking, but there's no
That's
sound.
right.
No sound.
Unmute your mic, Dr. D. So if you have headphones on, right, there's sometime a little button here. It may be what's causing you to be muted. There you go.
Hold on, sorry guys. Trying to get somebody in. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. We're working through these things. So my next question for you guys, do you have any mother figures for you while I work to get my mom on? Okay.
Awesome. I have a mother figure. She's an older lady. Her name is Mama Clark, or Gertrude Clark. I actually met her doing Home Friend. So for a little while, I was a certified nursing assistant. I did not really like that, so I wound up becoming a home friend, which is still in the same nature, but just not doing anything with the client's body. And this lady, her spirit is just so amazing. The first time that I met her with my manager, it was just like a glow about her that was so warm feeling. It was a warm feeling that she gives off. And Mama Clark is a strong lady that is a God-fearing woman who is full of so much wisdom, and she has helped me progress from different levels in my life. And she also taught me how to appreciate good and bad things, because it's not the test, but it's the lesson that's learned from the test that you're going through. And so sometimes you may be to that point where you just feel like throwing in the towel. Mama Clark will, I don't know what it is, but anytime that something is going on with me, for example, I broke my leg last week. She called me out of nowhere, and she's like, "Baby, you've been on my mind. I know something's going on." She has that motherly instance that is amazing, and I appreciate her so much.
Check your mic again, Dr. D. The toggle on it. Well, you are fortunate to have that impact, impactful, sorry. You're fortunate to have her in your life, to be able to impact you in such a positive way and be there. It sounds like it's kind of an intuitive connection you have with her.
That's right. It's amazing. Sometimes God just placed the right people in your life at the right time.
Exactly. I know that to be true. But when it comes to like that mother figure, I try to look back at my own life to see, well, who was that in my life that was a mother figure? And nothing comes up, but those beautiful moments where someone is put in your path and you learn amazing tools or things from them. Sometimes it's a little harsher than you expect it to be, but then you wake up and you become aware of actually how much personal power you really have, and how you are the creator of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And in these moments that piece of wisdom comes. And the spiritual teachers that I have worked with, or that I respect so much, are most all women.
Mm-hmm.
So that came on way later in life, in order to have that influence, the influence of women. And fortunately, with media as it is, we get to view or listen to women from all over the world speak their wisdom. And
that's right.
some of the wisest people are indigenous people, living in huts, or the women in Africa that build their homes and put such beauty into it and paint it with clays, and the women in South America who give people entheogenic medicines in order to expand spiritual awareness, and do deep, deep shamanic healing.
I got you.
Oh, good. You're back. So glad.
Sorry, got my mom. There we go.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Y'all have to understand, I am not
There you
a
go.
typical lady, okay?
Welcome.
Okay. Everybody out there, this is my mom. She's getting that. We just have a little issue. I don't know what's going on. The same one clicked.
I
It just didn't
different.
work for her.
You
For
see, I have
somewhere,
my hair
something.
here like this. Hi, baby. How you
Okay.
doing? Happy Mother's Day, guys.
So
Happy Mother's Day.
thank you, Mama. Okay. This is Julia. This is Shira, my niece. This is my mom that takes care of me and make sure I'm doing things right in the entertainment world, and also fuss at me I'm not doing what I'm supposed to for my body. Just so y'all know. But we are going to play her song. She is a 3-time Spokane Award. She's the only one allowed to fuss at me, okay? So don't get any ideas, anybody.
Hi, guys.
3 times
I will be her mother.
Award Academy winner. Okay. And she's a poet and she's an author. And my mom goes with me a lot of places, and she's part of my entourage when I come. She's my headliner. So without further ado, this is Denise Love. She's going to tell you about herself and who she is. And let's go. I apologize. We got blips and drips, and this is showing you this is an interactive live show. We go through some things up in here. Okay, take it away.
No. My name is the Oracle. I'm told I say what people need to hear. I say I simply hold the mirror of light that you may see your own truth. One of my play sisters, sister from another mother, she says, Nisi, my other name is Denise, says, Nisi, you tell the truth to the point of pain. And I say, no, baby, I tell the truth to the point of reality. It's that oftentimes people are uncomfortable with their own reality, and that's all. I give no advice. I just listen. But because of all of my life experiences, I've got an opinion on a whole lot of things. I've been loved. I'm loved right now. I've been married it'll be 33 years, September 5th. But I've been abused. I've been beaten. I've been raped. I've had guns in my face. I've been, my life almost taken from me. I almost lost my life. I hemorrhaged, lost a whole lot of blood and didn't realize that I was having a miscarriage. I was 15.
Oh, wow.
I have had life experiences. Lived with a guy for 7.5 years who, you know what I'm saying? Hospital visits, a whole 9. And it all started when I was a kid because my mother had a problem. She had, a sore elbow. And people say, wait a minute. How could that be? How could you have experienced all of those kinds of things, evils and what have you, and be who you are? I said, I chose to be happy, baby. And that's who I am, in a nutshell. And when I met this young lady, this Dr. Ceci D'Angelo, ooh, isn't that sweet? My daughter's a doctor. I ain't gonna lie. When I met her, it was we connected through another poet, Oracle. Was it the Oracle Poet or Poetry House or something? I forget her title, but. She says, Oracle, I have a friend. She needs some help. She needs somebody. And I'm way over here in this other state. Can you help? I didn't know this lady for nothing. What you need, baby? On the job, got there, did what we had to do. Okay. And what a blessing. What an absolute blessing, because she is my daughter for life.
Oh, wow. That just reminds me of how her and my grandma became
right?
so tight and connected. And when my grandma was living, she was my grandma's daughter for life. Aunt Cecily was her. What is the expression? She definitely, yes. She kept my grandma motivated. She kept my grandma pushing, and my grandma was sick for a very long time. All of my life, she needed a liver, and she was Buddhist, and they began to chant together, and they began to connect with one another. And it was like anytime that my grandma needed something, there was a time where my grandma didn't know where she was going to stay. And Aunt Cecily gave her apartment in her upstairs and let her move right on in like it was nothing. And I will be forever grateful to her, because she's her energy, the love that she shares in this universe is just, it's something that is so rare. It's like she's a unique jewel that is just blossoming everywhere.
Yes. I got a drop of the hat. What you need. I generally, that's generally my MO anyway. I don't ask what happened. Ain't none of my business, and I don't really care.
That's right.
I'm just being honest, because at this age, I'm 63 years old, and I only have so much capacity for the rest of my life. So a whole lot of the stuff that's come in, I've had to send it back door.
I know that's right.
But so that's my normal anyway. But there are some people who they are just a spirit, a special spirit. I call them sentient beings. Okay, she is a spiritually sentient being, and there's without question. Whatever they need, without question. I'm hearing from you that she is the same way. So I can honestly say, even though she's a daughter from another mother, that apple did not fall far from this tree. Okay?
That's right. Or far from our family tree neither. That is so right.
You didn't expect all of these accolades, did you, Miss Ceci? Did you, Doctor? You didn't expect all of it, okay?
No, Mama. No.
It's just ladies.
No, I did not. But I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for you, Mama.
I got those questions.
I want you to tell people. I want to say, first of all, Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Blessings, and tell my sisters, Elizabeth, Felicia, I said Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
As well. Wait a minute. Both mamas.
Elizabeth is mommy.
And thank you for sharing you with me today. Yeah. So I want you to tell people about your relationship with your mother or your mother figure. What was it like?
Guess what? I am one of the blessed ones. I have two. I have a mother relationship with my mother and a mother relationship with my mother figure. I was born of mixed race. My mother had an affair with a white guy named Jimmy Greenberg. At birth, I had blue eyes and white skin, more to the color of my hand than what you see now. I've gotten darker with age. You're like, yeah, you're dark? Okay. Anyway, and I was born in 1958, and my father refused my mother to bring me home from the hospital. I spent the first 3 months of my life in the hospital because Daddy wouldn't let her bring me home. He was a proud black man, and she just stepped over that line. She had other affairs and other babies by other daddies, but they all was black. They were dark, like you, my dear daughter, Ceci. Okay, I'm the only one that out of 8 came out looking like this. Okay, so I refused to come home. At 3 months, the doctor said, you have a choice: come get her or put her up for adoption. And that's why I tell everybody, I give my mother a checkpoint. She came and got me, and the day she came and got me, she gave me away to my godmother. Here's how it was. She's on the front porch holding this newborn 3-month-old baby. My godmother, her running buddy, her ace boon coon, they partied together, right? She come, whose baby is this? This is Nisi. Leon won't let me bring her in the house. What? Yeah, the doctor said I had to come and get her, and I don't know what to do. He won't let me bring her in the house. Now, mind you, my mother's sitting out on the front porch. He will not let her bring me in the house. And my godmother said, I can't have babies. Let me have her. And so on that day, she gave me to my godmother. Okay, because my godmother couldn't have babies because she had an accident on a bike when she was 15. So, and I lived with my godmother, my big mama, across the street for the first 5 years of my life until my mother and godmother had a fight. You know, they were hood ladies. They had little 22s. They pulled their guns out on each other in the whole 9 yards. And my mother said, bring Nisi home. He took me back from my godmother, just stripped me out of her arms, just like that. Once I moved back into that house, I was 5 years old. There was one brother molesting me at night. My mother was beating me on a regular basis because every time she looked at me, her mistake said, "Hello, look at what you did." Okay. And she claimed, we had to talk about it later. Oh, I was about 15, 16. I said, "Why did you torture me? Why did you do those things?" And she claimed that it's because she didn't want my daddy, Leon, to think that she was playing favorite. So she claimed she went the total opposite of, anyway, beatings, blood, unconsciousness, the whole nine. That was my mother image in the home. But my big mama and my godmother, Lois Novell Gray, I got her ashes sitting up right here. Yes, I do. They were my mother, my real mother. They loved me. They loved my dirty draws. I was spoiled. I was rotten. And then when I was living with them those first 5 years, there were occasions when I had to be babysat at the family home. I knew those people were my family, mother and father, sisters and brothers. I'm number 7 out of 8. I knew they were, but they treated me so poorly. So poorly. So I grew up, thank goodness. The first 5 years is when the kids learn everything that they're going to really take with them through the rest of their lives. And so I had that absolute benefit from my mother figure of my godmother to contrast and to balance the madness in the house. When I got my first visitation, yes, I get visitations, I see auras, I have spirits, and I'm not talking about schizophrenic spirits, okay, y'all, I'm talking about, but and she visited me on 3 occasions. The first occasion we actually spoke. I was 8 years old, and I called her my guardian angel, my archangel, if you will, and she said I could ask her anything. Yeah, and I had 2 questions. The one wasn't even about me. It was about my sister who had muscular dystrophy and cerebral palsy, never walked a day in her life, and that girl taught me how to dance. That's another story. That's why I have a degree in dance from UCLA, Masters of Fine Arts, teaching credential, all that stuff, because of that sister who taught this white girl how to dance. But so I asked a question about her and then about me. The first question, how come my sister Riri can't walk? What did she do? Why did God punish her like that? And the other question was, why me? How come these people are abusing me? How come what did I do? I'm 8 years old. What did I do? Answer to the first question. Your sister's God-given gift to walk was taken so that your God-given gifts could be developed and shared. She was, in essence, and this is how I accepted this from this archangel, that her ability to walk had been sacrificed so that even with all the stuff I was going through, my abilities could be developed and nurtured, and then therefore shared with others to be of benefit to the world. And the answer to the second question, why me? My archangel said, if you are God's own child, because my name Denise means a child of God or God's own child, if you're God's child and you're supposed to be the benefit for all whose lives you touch and manifest in, how can you say you understand if you have not yet experienced that thing or whatever it is? Mm-hmm. How can you say, if somebody who's suffered an abortion and I've never had an abortion, I can't say, oh, I'm sorry, I understand. Bull BS. I can't understand because I've never been there, but I can because I have. If I'm talking to somebody and they're talking about getting beaten and abused and it never happened to me, oh, I can what do you call it? Sympathize and empathize, but I surely can't say I understand unless I've been there. Oh yeah, we're talking hospital visits. Oh yeah, and that's from childhood all the way through adulthood. So when the guardian angel gave me those answers at 8 years of age, I accepted them. I was known as an old soul. My mother used to say I was possessed because I actually practiced hoodoo and voodoo. I could move items. I could see. I could read flames, candle flames, see people, and hear conversations, not voices, conversations. My brothers used to accuse me of sneaking and peeping and eavesdropping. How can I eavesdrop it? I'm in the house and you at your girlfriend's house. Just because I heard your conversation at your girlfriend's house, I don't have a microphone. I was a kid, 10 years old, so I was accused of being a witch and all kinds of things. And I was also called the R word, RETARDED. We're not supposed to say that word, it's a bad word, okay? Because I have learning disabilities. I'm dyslexic. I'm deaf in the left ear, stuck a bobby pin in my ear, nerve damage. I had to Rush me to the hospital, emergency surgical removal. Okay. I have no peripheral vision. Can't see my hands. So I'm blind. Okay. Let's see what else. ADHD. In my day, it was called hyperactivity. They were going to put me on medication. Said I was going to grow out of it. That's a lie. Okay. What we did is we learned how to channel it and make it work. I learned how to make it work for me. So I know I've said a lot in answering the question about my mother figures, but my story comes from the experiences that I had with my mother figures because of the abuse that the real mother gave, and then the love and support that my godmother gave. And then right smack dab in the middle, the balance of my sister, who never walked a day in her life, never had a relationship, never had children. She died at the age of 22. Not to worry. She was a happy camper when she died. She was supposed to die at 8. They said, we don't know what's going on. She won't make it past 12. She didn't die at 12. They said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And she made it to her the day after her 22nd birthday. And I was the one who discovered her dying. And so I was able to have 20 minutes, just she and I, before she passed, making sure that I had done all that I could for her in her lifetime, and finding out if there's anything she needed me to do after she was gone. And she did, and I did it. She wanted me to write her story. So that was my thesis when I got my license as a masseuse and certification as a movement therapist of love, of life, of miracles, the retraining of unused portions of the brain in the case of injury due to in vitro damage causing cerebral palsy. Yes, it's a long title. You do that kind of thing when you're doing dissertations, okay? But anyway, I know I probably took up more time than you expected on answering that question, but it all plays in. Yeah, it's not always just one mother figure. There's the mother, and then all of the other wonderful women in your life who give you the love of a mother. You don't actually have to be blood to be loved.
That's right. Sometimes the blood doesn't love as much as the outside. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Let me turn this.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I still have more questions. Okay. So, Miss Julia,
Yes.
I want you to tell me 3 things that your mother taught you that you played a huge effect in your life today.
Wow. Thank you for asking. First, I want to say, I'm so glad to meet your mom. I'm glad she's on here. I love your exuberance and your story. I'm sure you could go on and on, and it would keep everybody engaged. So it was a pleasure listening to your dissertation. Not really. I'm teasing.
Yeah, you're right, though.
So my mom, I had mentioned before, my mom had this appreciation for life. You know, she made things beautiful around us. So she was detached in a lot of ways, and she was overwhelmed with 6 children and a very abusive husband. A lot of, I think, pressure from her church, and trying to live the good life, to be a good wife, a good mother. It was in the 50s, so my mom was a 50s mom. You know, there wasn't a course, how do you be a parent, or, you know, she had lived in a broken home as well. So I learned this about creating beauty around, and then her strength, the strength and endurance that she was able to manifest during her 65 years living with my father, who was an abusive man, and raising 6 children. So, and, you know, as I'm learning now as a mother of adult children, you know, there's joys and there's disappointments in how we see our children manifesting their own life. And all of it is good. You know, it's learning and accepting that all of it is good.
Yes.
The other thing my mom gave me is the connection to our heritage, which just recently in our genetic studies, we've been discovering this beautiful connection with the indigenous native Pueblo ancestors. So not only was that, she's Basque, and she's so Basque, Native American, and Spanish. And it through all of the intensity of those cultures coming together that my mom's fortitude and her strength and her courage and beauty were always shining through, no matter what, how much she went through, just managing my dad's anger, and taking care of 6 kids and managing the home and being a servant in her religious organization. And the other thing, my mom gave us these genes that my grandmother was healthy. My mom's 85 years old and she sounds like a young woman, and she's blessed with, energy and inspiration and creativity. She's always looking for ways to better herself or to make her home more beautiful. Or she paints. To this day, she's still painting. So now my mom's feels like her life is just opening. Isn't that incredible? 85 years old and her life is just opening. And that is something that she's given to me that I carry forward, that's impacted me in positive ways.
That's so beautiful.
Okay. Yes, it is. So, have you had a mother figure also in your life? Did you ever have another mother figure in your life?
Not really, but because my mom was part of this religious organization, there were always women around. And of course, there's a lot of women who have impacted me on a spiritual level as an adult. But when I was growing up, my mom had this organization with a lot of women coming together. So they would come together, they would nurse their babies, they would talk about their lives and their husbands. They would, sometimes cook together. There was like women supporting women. And that was really a beautiful thing to witness. And I learned a whole lot from that, with my computer's getting tilty. I learned a whole lot from my mother's conversations with other women, way more than she would ever tell us or sit down and talk with us. We were just, the children. But I loved to just kind of hide out quietly, maybe like a fly in a room, and listen to these women's conversations, because I could begin to understand what life for women and mothers and was like, the real truth of it from their perspective and not a child's perspective. I love those moments. And then, the women that have impacted me, Marianne Williamson, Maya Angelou, the strong women of this century and past centuries who have had great impact on, I navigate more to the women who impact the world on a spiritual level. Maria Sabina, some of the shamans that have created such great openings for people and brought light into the world. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that. And that is so beautiful. And I thank you for being here as well. And
it's my pleasure.
Same thing with you. Other people trying to get in. Same thing with you. Shower.
Yes, ma'am. So I have I have multiple memories that I have carried from a childhood, or things that my mom has taught me. One, again, was not to let what other people say affect you. But another thing that I've learned from my mom is to not to give up on faith. Things things at times can seem really rough and rocky, and you may be in a desperate state of mind or a desperate situation. But if you hold on to a faith, and when you say faith, a lot of people will be like, well, what is faith? Faith is first starts in what you believe in yourself. The power of words that come out your mouth is so strong, and just the power in the words could also be the faith in you. And when they say faith is the size of a mustard seed is so tiny. It's almost a grain, like a grain of sand. It's the size of a mustard seed. So all it takes is just a little size of a piece of sand from the beach to believe in yourself that whatever that you're trying to achieve can and will be possible. And another thing that I was taught as a child that I always carry with me is that I want to say no weapons formed against you shall prosper, which means that any daggers, any elements that are thrown at you, sometimes when you are in a mission or you trying to get to the place where you really want to be, it seems like everything and everybody is trying to stop you. But if you keep that faith and you keep believing and you keep pressing on and pushing forward, that nothing that anyone spiritually, physically, or mentally throws at you shall be able to prosper or shall be able to hinder you from where you're trying to prosper to. So all you got to do is, one, keep the faith, two, believe in you, and keep moving. Know that whatever it is that you're working towards, it is achievable.
All right.
And
I like that.
the things, keeping it simple. One, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Two, if you don't believe in you, no one else will.
Mm-hmm.
And three, I don't know if she meant to teach me this lesson, but I was taught independence.
Mm.
Those are the three things I took from my birth mother. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay, definitely independence, and you're the one. In fact, that's a wonderful segue, my love, to your favorite piece. You're the one.
That's my favorite song she sang. Did I tell you she sings a song? Mm-hmm. It's called "You Are the One." I was trying to find it so I can play it on here.
I'll do it for you. I love as a surprise.
But it's later.
I got it queued up for you if you want it, because I knew you might want time. Huh? Can you hear it?
There you go. Yes. I'm the one. No, why? I'm the one. Yeah.
Hey, I am the one. Yeah. I am the one. Hey, don't blame your neighborhood. Your mama can't make you good. Don't blame no argument. Don't you know how to take a hit? Your teachers can't teach you down, but your pity can make you know. I'm the one always looking to what could be if things were right in the world, while you're the one always looking to what's wrong. I'm the one always said the darkest before the dawn, while you're the one said dawn is dead. Yeah, you're the one. I realize I am the one. Yeah. I am the one. I am the one, the only one. ORACLE, the Oracle. That's me. I'm the one. You're the one. It's as simple as can be. All you have to do is listen to me. You're the one who knows the truth only this time. It can't set you free. You're the one who's got to make that right. Nobody's done that since you were 2 or 3. You're the one person who can take the blame when your plans don't work because you ain't got game. You're the one who knows you, so why keep lying when you can be set free? You're the one who holds the key to peace, love, and prosperity. You're the one who told the truth when others told lies. You suffered, you hurt, and you cried. You're the one you should love, cherish, and take pride in what God gave you. So why hide? You're the one true spirit artist connection to God.com. You know you're the one. Yes. Yes. Oh, I believe, I know, I breathe, I believe I am the one.
The one.
Hey, hey, I am the one. Say it with me. You're the one.
You're the one.
You are the one. We are the one.
You're the one.
You are the one.
You're the one. Claim it for yourself. I am
You're the one.
I am the one. I am the
I'm the one.
one.
I'm the one.
I believe that I am the one. Yes. Take responsibility for your words, your actions, your manner of life. Bottom line, you're the one. Hey, woo! I'm the one who holds the key. If you want in, follow me. I'm the one who holds the key. You just gotta believe, 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 believe.
That was amazing.
Thank you. That was for you, my love.
Oh,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
thank you. I appreciate that.
I know it wasn't part of the program, but I said I got to do that for my girl. Well, recently we went to a thing out in the Mojave Desert, and you asked me to do that. But at the time, my brain was in a fog, and I feared I wouldn't recall the lyrics. So I didn't do it. And I said, I had to, Happy Mother's Day. That is my gift to you, my love.
I appreciate it. Thank you. She has to go. And I want to thank you for coming.
Has to go.
And we're gonna have to do this again.
You
We're
have to
gonna
go.
sit down and get down to the nitty-gritty. So keep your questions.
So I will. Thank you so much. I
Say that again.
appreciate being here with all of you. Amazing, beautiful women sharing stories. It's always, such a heart-opening experience to be able to recognize that shared connectedness that we have no matter where we are, what we've experienced in life, how old we are. All of it. We are so blessed to be in this world together, to be co-supporting each other, to be watching each other grow, and just, finding new ways to love and experience life despite everything that we've all gone through. So thank you so much for having me here today. I look forward to further conversations. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Mother's Day to everyone out there, to each one of you. And those who are mothers, who are not mothers, mothers in our heart, we as women are mothers to the world. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to you as well, Miss Julian.
God bless you.
Okay, I'm not sure how to leave this meeting.
Thank you. Well, you just go, you push the bottom and just leave out the studio.
Okay.
You just
All right, great. Bye-bye.
And it goes. My darling. All right. Okay. Who the heck is this? Okay, I gotta find somebody else is in my studio that should not be in my studio.
Well, it looks like.
And I don't even know how they got this link. Eric, who are you?
Oh, Eric.
Okay, we got more people coming in.
Oh, Eric is oh my goodness, he is with a blog talk radio show. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. I'll tell you who Eric is. It's a wonderful.
Not supposed to be in this segment.
Oh, I apologize. I asked him to come see the show because he does what you do. He has a network as well. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but he's behind the scene. He's supposed to be on the other side of the camera, not seeing the markup.
I guess what I did is the link that you gave me, I did because I didn't think people could get in. So I apologize for that. But
yes, because I have a couple more people down at the bottom. Like, who the heck is this?
Yeah,
like,
no.
People pop off. Okay.
He's
so
with, TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I can do is send the link because Ron and Ori's ready to come on. So I'm adding you to the stream. Are you ready? I'm sorry, Ron, I didn't see you. Like I said, it started lining up. Okay, let me add you. How do I add? No, on. Ori, you're on. Dr. Ron, you're on. Okay, wait a minute. Add you. What's going on? Okay. What? Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
We got you back. Okay. Are you on now? Hello? I don't see you. Where
Hello,
did you go?
hello, Mother Article.
Jesus,
How are you?
slow.
Hello, Ori. How are you, darling?
I am well. Thank you very much.
You know, I've been clandestinely watching your shows. I don't click in so that you see me. I've been there.
You know what it is? I have a lot to say, and my brain is faster than my mouth.
I've been there.
It is. It is. I'm getting better as time goes on.
Okay, there we go.
You know, so.
Okay. All right. I want to wish my niece. She's got to. She said over the time. I love.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I think about you, baby girl.
Yes, ma'am. I greatly appreciate you having me.
This has
baby girl. Been awesome. It's been amazing.
You'll come on again.
Thank you. I want to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day and enjoy your Mother's Day. Awesome. Well, you guys have an awesome day.
I'll take happy Mother's Day. I've been called a mother many times.
I'm so sorry, doctor.
You be quiet. I'm over there instigating, Ori.
Radio or TV or in the background.
Not me.
Yeah, somebody's got something in the background that is okay. Okay, let's figure out. I don't have anything. Is
that Dr. B?
Okay.
No, somebody's got something on.
No, is that you, Mr. Ron? Somebody's got something in the background.
That sounds like Ron.
Say hi, Ron.
I know it's not you, but it sounds like you.
Okay, are we having something? Let me see something.
Listening to you, Ceci, feeding.
Huh? Somebody else trying to come in. Somebody named Carla.
That would be my sister.
Anybody know a Carla?
That's Carla Boykin. That's my sister. I'm gonna ask a blanket.
You gotta listen.
Blanket forgiveness. Link.
Say it again.
People they couldn't get in, so I gave them the final link. So I gave people.
Okay.
But in the audience.
They couldn't get in, so I gave them the final link.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to get started with this ice cream recipe. All right. Does
At North,
anybody have
yes,
their what is going on? Okay, hold on, let me see.
oh, that's better.
It's
That's much
actually coming
better.
from you, Ron. Ron, something's going on. But we've been having some technical. Ron, you're gonna have to talk to Archangel Michael and Gabrielle and Raphael. There's just too much stuff went on today with technical. All I hear is in the background for you. Okay, we're gonna see what happens. Okay, you got your ingredients, Mr. Man. Hello, Ori.
Yes, love.
Ori. I
Yeah.
need to know if you have your ingredients.
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
So what I'm going to do, I want you to show people your ingredients and what you have. Okay.
Let me move my computer.
And you
my
got to tell
laptop.
you got to move the camera.
Can you see my kitchen is a little colorful? You see, Mother Oracle? You see
Yes.
my kitchen?
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
Kitchen.
Okay. Now, but I don't see your ingredients.
No, I'm saying, do you see my kitchen? Not my
Yes.
ingredients
We
there.
see your
Yes, I
beautiful
see your kitchen. I see all the cabinets. I see the beautiful
Cecily, you see my kitchen. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and you went out and you got a NutriBullet. Okay, you going with your best.
No.
I see your ingredients.
This is one of the mixes that I have. I have like 7 of them. Now, this one, I made my ice cream yesterday. I made my ice cream today, like 3 hours ago. This is what I bought because I couldn't find a mason jar at 11 something at night at Walmart. So this is what I have, the aluminum thing. So I'm going to do it how you want me to do it. But these are my ingredients. Is the sugar's here, the lemon is here, the vanilla is here, the salt is here, the blackberry and the coconut. I made a lemon blackberry coconut ice cream.
Okay.
Sounds good.
It does, right, Mother Oracle? It sounds good. So now, well, are we going to make this now and then I have to show you the finished product, or show you the finished product and then make it?
We was gonna make it. I'm waiting for Mr. Ron to come back in. Cause he got to share his, and I can show my finished products. I made 2 yesterday. One with coconut cream. So I made vegan butter pecan, and then I made raspberry triple berry. So that
Mother Oracle, I don't see her.
it's only you on the screen right now.
Oh, okay. I was going to make lemon hibiscus yesterday, but I couldn't find the hibiscus flower.
Thank you for sharing.
So, but says 3.
Yes.
You are
Breathe.
too many.
Did you say breathe?
3. She can't make 1. She got to make 3.
I didn't make 3.
How many did
I
you
made
make?
2.
Oh,
2.
2, 3, whatever. You probably make 2 now. You probably make 2 later.
I'm gonna make 1 now so everybody can see.
So then it'll be 3.
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna see if I can get Ron in.
Okay, let me get my cream. Hold on, let me get my cream because I do have it. And my measuring cup. Oh no, I remember. And let me get my spoon. I shot the sheriff.
No, he did. Now he gonna sing.
Hey, honey,
Wait a minute, what's going on? There we go.
Oh, much better.
You didn't tell Ron to show his ingredients. You only told me to show mine. She wanted to see if I was tardy.
You gotta tell about your ice cream. Who?
Ron.
Oh, be quiet.
What?
Ron, you gotta tell us about your ice cream.
Oh, well, I was going to make an ice cream, but we had a slight problem in the kitchen.
Uh-oh. Everybody's having technical difficulties today.
Okay,
I
so
was
tell me the
an
story.
organic 3-berry ice cream, but unfortunately things hit the floor.
Uh-oh. Literally?
Yeah, literally.
Maybe
So
the
we
angels
did a lot
didn't
of
want that
organic
flavor.
ice cream.
Been
Maybe the
there.
angels didn't want that flavor.
Oh, maybe the
Right?
spirits didn't want that flavor.
Apparently, an angel did not like what I was doing.
Okay.
So
Yes,
So,
that's what I'm saying.
are you
Because
going to make
spirits
ice
don't like
cream with
certain
us?
things.
That's the next question.
I am going to cheer you guys on while you
That's
make
true
ice
too.
cream.
So are you going to?
Oh my God! You didn't even go to Briar's. I would have went to the store, bought Briar's, and put it in a cup and pretended it was mine.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's
You
not
But this
what I
is
wrong.
do. I'm
but
like
this is
totally honest
no.
about my screw ups. Okay.
I know, but I'm just, I'm like that. I'm sorry. I find easy ways to do stuff because time is precious, honey. I ain't got this much time to be wasting.
You know.
And it's not like if I need ice cream anyway.
What's Sussy doing?
Okay.
So okay. So you're gonna
right.
be you're gonna
This
make
is the
you're gonna
deal.
make your ice cream first, Miss S.
I'm going to put the ingredients because I'm doing stuff. I still got to go change my clothes for my exercise segment too. I don't know who's staying on for that, but I'm only doing 15 minutes of exercise. Okay. And I even bought my weights for it. So I'm lined up. Okay. Yeah, let's talk, you guys. And then I have some vanilla. Okay. For me, these are things because it's vegan. You can either use coconut sugar, okay,
I love coconut. I
or
love coconut sugar.
or agave, which is going to be used like maple syrup. Of course, everybody wants to know. And I have coconut milk, okay, and I want you guys out there, you can make your own buttercream, and it's vegan, like for butter pecan ice cream or butter almond. I make butter almond. So what I did is I have almonds. Say who?
I said, that sounds
What did you
good.
say?
I said, ooh, that sounds good.
So what I have is some almonds. And what I did is I take the almonds and I got Mimico's vegan butter. It's a cultured butter. Shouldn't be advertising, but I actually like her stuff and always have since I've been vegan. She gets as close as I want to say to lactose as you want. Like she makes a good vegan cheese. So I love that. So what I did is I got her butter, or you can get Earth Balance if you want. I just don't like canola oil. I don't like palm oil. I don't like soy. So I don't have those butters. So either I make my own, but this time I cheated and I went to Mimico, the cultured butter. So what I did for those, I got 4 teaspoons of butter, a half a cup of almonds. I chopped those up and I put the butter, let it melt, and toasted the almonds. Then I slightly put a little bit of agave and coconut sugar in there until it's formed like a crystal, like we call praline. Then I took that and put that in a bowl, and that's what I'm going to get. So I'll be right back. My assistant is not here, so I have to do all the moving and stuff. And I'm actually in the studio, as you can see, my microphone and stuff. So, what are you doing?
Another article. Hey Ron, listen, thank you so much for my friend's reading. He was calling you from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, really. What a great person. What a great guy.
He is.
Yeah,
He is. He was the one that got away.
definitely.
No, he was. He was the one that got away. We dated for like a quick minute, so he's the one that got away.
I could see.
Well, let's say I was a bitch, so.
Let me put my shock face on.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was horrible. I was I was in pain, so I was horrible.
May I ask you two gentlemen?
Yes.
I was under the impression this was a healing a show for, but it's just a Mother's Day panel. Did your mothers teach you how to cook or bake or to make ice cream?
My mom was, there's 17 of them. So my mom was taken out of school when she was in the first grade to take care of her siblings. So my mother cooked for everyone, even family parties. I just watched. And it wasn't until my grandmother got sick. I had left my house at 13. So, I would go take care of my mom because, even though I was not living there, I always brought her money and took care of her because she's my mother. And when my grandmother got sick, the doctors took her to my mother's house so that my mother can take her in for hospice. They gave her a week to live, 1 week.
Wow.
And my grandmother lived 11 years. And every time she would have a diabetic coma, she would tell my mother, "Why do you keep calling me back?" But anyway, my grandmother, I one day told my mom, "I'll take care of her for the weekend." And I cooked, and my grandmother was like, "Oh my God, he cooks just like you." My mother didn't even know I cooked. But I cook everything from custard to, the old ways, like, what do you call that? Like cornmeal and like that, like porridge, all types of porridge and biscuits. I mean, you name it. There's really nothing that I can't really cook. But oh, look, she made her thing. Okay, so that is what that's.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
This is, you can use almond milk, coconut milk. So I made 2 different versions. Okay. This is oat milk because my friend of mine cannot have any nuts. Okay. Well, I'm about to put nuts in anyway. So, all right. Yeah. I just like, really? I apologize, baby girl. So, you know what? I'll make raspberry. So we'll do that. Never mind. It's almond. So I put a pinch of salt. Okay. Blessings. Da, 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 da. And doing my vanilla. Okay.
It's so awesome.
Gotta love me, right?
I love you so much.
So they can. Look, I gotta improvise. I'm trying to run I have another camera on somewhere else. Can they see? All right. Okay, there it is. Then I put a little bit of agave in. Okay. A little bit of the coconut sugar.
If someone has an allergy to nuts, does that include coconut?
I don't know. Okay.
We can always test it out.
Thank you. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you. Oh, you. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Yes, okay.
I turned freaking red.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I'll move this out the way. Okay. So you take this, any flavor you want, and you just shake.
Go, girl.
Until it gets double in value and size.
And
you have to do this for 3 to 5 minutes.
That's why I have the ninja. 3 to 5 minutes in my ass.
So, of course,
it's not even 1 minute.
Modern technology. We are not turning butter by hand.
No, you didn't. I ain't saying something about it. But what I'm going to do, this is real vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
And what I'm doing is I'm going to take real vanilla and.
My sister Bougie, she liked the real stuff.
Yeah, I made that myself out of the vanilla. And that's all you do.
Is she shaking so fast she froze?
No, I didn't. Hopefully, I didn't freeze.
Can't keep up. You need to shake it harder than that.
Okay. So, what this is when you do this by hand, it gives you a good arm work. To go do the workout anyway, but it gets in volume. So, these were the arms that I promised you guys. I took this down, and this is what I would do. Take it in there and put it in the jar. And this is what ice cream actually looks like when it comes out. See that? Ooh. Don't want to do that on the computer.
I'm looking. I'm seeing so many things.
That's what it comes out after 3 hours.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm seeing so many damn straights. I can't even keep my eyes straight.
Oh, that's okay. And this is blueberry. Okay, with raspberry cream.
Ooh.
So that's the ice creams I made. So it'll settle at the bottom. So if you want to keep swirling it, you can. So it's up to you. These are the versions I made. And that is it. Over to you, Ori.
Yay, Ori.
Okay. Let's see.
Your next.
I'm gonna move this over here. Can you? Yeah, you guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that it is. I know that it is a cup. A cup. Oh, really? You know what, guys? To be honest with you, I've never, ever in my life used heavy cream. So I can't tell you that I've actually worked with it, because whenever I'm doing something that requires cream or something, I make a roux. I don't use cream. Okay. And I'm taking the easy, man. I'm taking the easy way out. I'm not doing all that shaking. Anyway, so I add this. I add the cream first, right? But I gotta get the sugar. I'm using brown sugar, and it is a table and a half. This is raw brown sugar, and then wrong lid. Put that over there. I'm adding the lemon. I'm putting in like, I don't know, like a little bit of it. I don't know, maybe like a half a teaspoon of lemon. And this is blackberry. This is sugar-free and seedless. So I'm taking a spoonful of this, and I'm taking I'm putting in about, I'll tell you in a second, just by eyeing it. I'm putting in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of shredded. I'm putting in
Shredded what?
salt. It's shredded coconut.
Okay.
Salt. And I have the big vanilla thing, so I'm putting in a little bit of this vanilla. Just a little bit. That's like a half a teaspoon. And then I'm going to add the cream in this. Boom, 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 boom. I never knew how to make ice cream like this, so I'm really impressed. Really impressed. Not at myself, just the fact that I learned something new. Anytime you learn something new, I get impressed. So anyway, I shake it well so that everything that's in there can incorporate. And plug this in so that we can start this. Okay. I do it until I can't see this stuff move anymore. So I bring it down, and it is this consistency. You see?
Wow.
And guys, and my finished product
That was so fast.
is actually ice cream that is real ice cream. And it has coconut flakes, but you can taste the raspberry and a little hint of the lemon. So it's good.
That was quick. That was excellent.
See how quick it was?
That was.
I'm sorry. In my grandmother's time, they used to do the churning of the butter. I'm sorry. We don't have the arms for it, the hands for it. I sure as hell don't. Not the hand. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the patience for it. That's why I didn't have the patience for it. My grandmother did, because my grandmother, she didn't have anything to do. She has 17 kids. She had nothing to do but take care of the fields and have children. And me,
Oh gosh, really? Wow.
yeah, my grandmother lived in the country. I mean, she used to sew for rich people.
Mm.
You got to remember, when my grandmother was born and my grandfather, both of their birth certificates said they were Negroes. So my grandmother lived in a wooden house, like those old-fashioned wooden houses. They were kind of like lifted from the ground.
Shotgun, baby.
She lived in that.
Yeah.
Huh?
They call them shotgun houses, meaning the front door and the back door, and you shoot through. The bullet would go straight through.
Yeah. Well, my mom, they were all raised there. So there was 2 big rooms, and that's where they were raised.
Yeah.
So my mother cooked outside in a big pot. So, I mean, I didn't know how to make all of this stuff, but I learned how to make everything from rice and pigeon peas and pork and beef and the staples of Spanish cooking. I learned how to cook Italian food by hanging out with my Italian friends and their parents. I learned how to cook Chinese food by being around people where I used to work. I learned how to cook Dominican food because I was always traveling to Dominican, Santo Domingo. Cuban food, I learned because I'm half Cuban, so it's the same thing. So I learned, but this taught me a lesson. This taught me a great lesson, because this lesson that I learned was, and after I bought this stuff, I realized that I can make my own cream with coconut milk. Yes, I can make my own cream by using coconut sugar, by using what do you call that? They have this thing called you can only find it at Whole Foods or this other store, but they have what they call vegan cream.
Mhm.
They have it.
Yep.
You know, so the
You
only
can
thing
make
you
it
would have,
yourself.
yeah, but the only thing you would have to add extra would be ice, just a little bit of ice in there, so that it can blend together and actually rise better. But I mean, it tastes good. I mean, I have to say it tastes good. I made it. I don't know why those flavors. Like I said, I set out to make hibiscus and lemon. That's what I set out to make, hibiscus and lemon. But I thought I had some hibiscus. I didn't have any. But then I wanted to make anise and chamomile.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
But
keep
not
us
using
updated.
But just using the water, you know, just the essence of the chamomile and to make it really, really strong, just to use the essence of it, which I think that more people should get. I think people should get involved in making ice creams that are healthy for you. Because sometimes drinking hot tea doesn't do it. Sometimes you need something like this that's cold. But you know, it's really ironic because I've seen spirits everywhere. I always do. I've never seen so many spirits as I do today on the screen. and you have to pay, and you have to pay, well, you have to pay homage to them because a lot of these women that are there are all of your ancestors, not mine. I saw mine this morning, early in the morning, when they come to say thank you for everything I put down for them last night. But I see a lot of your ancestors. I see a woman that looks just like you, Mother Oracle, just like you, that stands behind you. But I also see a Native woman that also stands behind her, like a Native American woman that stands behind her. Strong women. Strong women. And Ron, I just see light and light and light and light and light. That's all I keep seeing. Like one different color light after another color. I'm like, oh Lord. I'm like thinking I'm in a disco and everything is moving around. Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, and that's the evolution of so many things. You are a born teacher. I think we all are born teachers. All of us. We may have certificates that say that we're something, or we may have, we may say that we have this and that, only because of, I think we say it because it's something that society requires of us, and we feel that, it's something that we should have to protect ourselves. But technically, we were all teachers before we did any of this. We were always teachers. We've always taught people. We've always given. Unfortunately, we still live in a society where people are so greedy and they just want to take and take and take and take. And they don't want to give anything in return. And it's sad, but I've learned not to participate in that. Before I used to do the layaway plan. Mother Oracle, you know what that is, right? The mother with the layaway plan. People will call you, can I get a reading and I'll pay you on Thursday because I get paid on Thursday. I used to do that a lot. Well, many of Thursdays have gone by and I ain't get paid. So now I'm like, no, you have to pay me a few days in advance so that I can hold a spot for you. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play that. Ron, you don't play that either.
No,
this is not
an
the
episode of Popeye where I'll pay you on Tuesday.
Exactly. Exactly. Honey, my house is not the cheese line. Do you remember the cheese line?
Oh, I used to be in that cheese line.
I remember being in the cheese line.
Well,
I do. My mother would get cheese, and then she'd be like, "Go get your brother and tell him to stand in line."
Yeah, the government gave away free cheese and butter and peanut butter and staples. They were overages. Rather than have the farmers and the growers and things like that throw things away, they decided, let's give it away. Some of it was expired in terms, if you look at the date, but it was still good. They just couldn't sell it in the stores and what have you. And so the government bought into a system, and we got the government cheese. And I got to tell you, it was good. And the butter was good. Because it was real butter. It wasn't margarine. It was real butter.
No, but you know what? The thing is that they can do that now. And they don't do that now.
I know. They destroy. There's so much food has been destroyed since the pandemic began because, the workers couldn't be out and things have rotted on the vine, and they could easily have fed the masses with all of the rotten food that has been out there. Ceci, when you stepped away to go get your thing, I had asked both Ori and Ron, Reverend Ron, Dr. Ron, whether or not they learned to cook from their mothers. And Ori answered us, but we never got an answer from Dr. Ron. Is that okay if I ask him if that question?
Sure. And thank you for asking. I never learned to cook from my mother. In fact, my dad did most of the cooking in later years. I really learned to cook from my grandmother, my dad's mother. And she was an incredible woman. She was a farmer. And everything she cooked was out of her garden, was fresh. No matter what, she always went, and she grew most of her own food. And that's what she cooked. She was also a natural healer. If you had something wrong, she'd go out in the forest and cook roots, berries, bark, leaves, mix them together and heal you. That comes from her bloodline of Choctaw Indian. And so she learned how to go out into the forest and survive, and what could you eat, what could you not, what would heal you, and why. And I learned so much from her. She was an incredible woman.
No.
Yeah.
See, awesome.
A lot of the grandmothers used to do that.
I remember when we were kids, my father actually had on the edge of the fence in front of the yard sweetgrass, and when we would become ill, like upset stomach back then, instead of what do you call it, crackers and a 7-Up, he told us to go pick some sweetgrass. And we pick the sweetgrass and chew the sweetgrass. And, that was that. And what's that other stuff? That oil, the cod liver oil.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
My mother raised my mother raised all of my cousins. She raised, and believe me, remember, there's 17 of them. So she raised their children, and so they kind of grew up with us. And she raised all my nephews and nieces. And my mother's, when they started to teen, and the thing that she gave them every single day, every morning, was cod liver oil with what is that? With fish oil. So she gave them that every single day, and it would loosen everything up. So they didn't have phlegm, and they grew up to be monsters. Like, they're big. They grew up to be big monsters and healthy.
Yep. Oh, a lot of noise in the background there, Dr. Stacy.
Yeah, Dr. D. What's going on, Dr. D? You're not sharing.
She's moving around.
What did you buy?
One of the other remedies my father would have, he would boil prunes, and we would drink the juice from the boiled prunes, and then eat the prunes as well. I was the only one who liked it. I loved it.
What was that for?
To
Keep you loose.
really. Yep.
I must be weird, because prunes don't do crap for me. They don't do nothing.
You know what?
I can eat a whole bag.
Ori, it may be the delivery. That's why very rarely did we eat the prunes fresh. Daddy would boil the prunes and have us drink the prune.
Okay.
Prune tea. And once you boil the prunes, it releases whatever it is in it that's medicinal, and it also loosens the prune itself up, so your body doesn't have to work so hard to digest, because a prune is hard to chew. If you eat a prune, it's rubbery, but when you boil it, it becomes very pliable and just and almost like melts in your mouth. And that was to help release. So it may be the delivery. Try boiling your prunes, drinking the juice as well as the boiled prunes. It might make a difference.
Okay. I remember that.
Is the aloe leaves. I go to the store and I purchase the organic aloe leaves, and then if you cut the green off and you just do the gel and you blend it with some other things to make it taste good, it really helps soothe your whole digestive tract, and also any inflammation that's inside of your body. Because remember, when we get a sunburn, we put aloe on our skin. Well, it's the same as you go get the leaf. Just don't eat the green part, because that's a laxative. Okay, I learned that one the hard way.
But what about the bristle?
I was going to hold the whole thing in. Boy, the next 2 days I was hurting. Okay, so, just if you have a lot of GERD, if you have arthritis or joint pain, stuff like that, take about a 2-inch to 3-inch slice of an aloe leaf, and then shave off the green part. And just take the gel and blend it with a couple other things, and you'll find great relief in that.
Do you recommend it room temperature cold, or shall it be heated?
I like mine at room temperature, okay? And that's kind of a preference. I just like it the way natural, but some people do heats. or cool. You know, me, it's basically room temperature.
Now it is. I know it's bitter. I grow aloe vera plants here in my home, so I know it's bitter. What types of sweetening or taste altering substances do you use?
I like to use like a blueberry because they have a lot of antioxidants in them as well. They do have a lot of sugar that can get mixed into it, but I generally like to do a good blueberry because they have so many healing properties themselves.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, Sass?
Hey, Sass.
Doctor?
Dr. D.
Dr. D.
Hey. So, guys, this is the part of the segment where I show you what you can do. So, for exercising, because we talked about the mind, we fed the body. Now we got to do something about that. Now that we're going to do that, what you heard me unraveling in the background. This is a Japanese lantern. So I'm going to write my heart's desires or letter. That's what it's used. It's used to do different things. And you put a little, you light a little lamp or fire, and it goes up in the air. It's like a balloon. So I'm going to create a design today for today's day, Mother Day. And this is going to be homage to my daughter as a release. And all the things that's what I'm going to do for my spiritual aspect of the show. You can do that. I told a friend, what you can also do is that you can write on a balloon a letter of to whoever you want above your ancestors or whoever that's crossed over, or even to God herself. If that's what you believe in, or fairies, write it on a balloon or another lantern like that and let it go up in the sky. I would prefer something biodegradable so we're not hurting the earth. They do have some things that are made out of hemp that are burned very easily, so it's not damaging to the earth. So the fire, and I would not burn it in near any woods. Okay, don't want you to go say Dr. D said to do this, and then there are certain parts of California that catch on fire. Dr. D is not going to be responsible for that. Okay, so I would ask you to do it near a beach, near water, or something very far away where there's not going to cause damage, because they do fly far. So for this and setting off my anniversary for my show and doing this, I am going to light this candle for this and Mother's Day, as well as for my daughter, in honor of Lacey, my baby girl that transitioned, and letting go of all old memories. You can do that as well. Write a letter. And actually, my friend Ori taught me this is what you can do is write a letter to someone that you want, that you don't want in your life. You don't necessarily have to deliver it to them. And it could be a speech of what you would like to say to them, but you can't, and you don't want to cause animosity. Write a letter, get a bucket, and burn it.
Or write a letter
to the universe.
Write a letter, and at the end put, with this letter, I set you free as well as myself. You burn it. That way, you've already told the universe, I already set this person free, and I set myself free from holding the anger. And you release it and let it go. Life is too short to be holding on to things that are devastating. Well, from people, because with the angel whisperer, I know that I had a lot on my mind that I couldn't figure out. But dude, I'm walking around my house naked. Yes. I'm walking around my house on a t-shirt and underwear. I go outside. I never in my life did that, ever in my life.
I love it.
That is unfortunately that was caused by being raped and being abused as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I never took off my shirt on the beach ever.
Right.
Even when I was in intimate, I wouldn't take off my shirt.
Right.
and it will always have to be under the covers and all this stuff. And it's like, why? And then every little thing if they touch me the wrong way, I would have big flashbacks. I don't have those things anymore.
Good.
I don't have those blockages because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with being a man. It has to do with the fact that I'm free.
That's it.
I'm free of all of this. There's no reason. If I survived things that happened to me from 4 years old, if I survived that and I'm 54, getting ready to be 55, why am I still holding that?
That's right.
Those people are dead. All of those people, all of them.
Take that spiritual prune juice and release.
I have a question for you, because I know you thought I was crazy for Mr. Ori, because I used to walk around my house naked. I still do. It's my house, and if you get a peek, you get a peek. You shouldn't have been looking. That's my belief. It's my house, and I think I should walk around any way I want to, whether it's naked or if I decide to wear pasties.
That's how I feel now.
You know that, right? See, so you understand that freedom. The thing is that it binds. It's a binding. It's a bond. You know what I mean? It binds you to that element, and I had to let go. So I have a question for you. Do you? Since you were awake, do you blame any of your elders for not protecting you? Do you feel that your elders should have protected you from being anybody?
Well,
anybody.
Look, says I told you, I loved my mom. I loved her. There was nothing that you can say or do to me. My mom was my queen. And as I got older, I started to remember things. And when I confronted her and told her that I knew that she knew what was going on, but she did nothing, all her answer was, I have 5 children. I couldn't walk with all 5 of you. And all I said was, well, I was the one you left behind. Was it because I was the bastard child? And she didn't respond, but she didn't deny. And I didn't say that I forgive you, because I'm not God. I don't forgive anybody. I just let it go. I just told her, you have to forgive yourself, because you were supposed to be my caretaker and you were not. So you damaged the relationship that we could have had that could have been stronger. I still love you and I will still do for you until the day you go. But you know that you will never see me again. And she just was crying, and I was just said, you will never see me again. You will never, I will not go to your wake. I will not go to your funeral, because I keep doing for you while you're alive. And that's it. Doesn't mean that I don't love her. I love her because I chose her. I chose her in this lifetime. I chose her. But I also learned through Ron that I've been chasing fairy tales my whole life. In all the incarnations, I've gone through this, and I keep chasing it to make it better. And I'm not making it better. I'm making it worse by trying to relive it and trying to change it. It doesn't change. The destiny is always going to be the same. So I just have to move forward, you know? And Mother Oracle, you said something to me when I first met you that was very groundbreaking. And I don't know if you remember, but it has something to do with, you know, appreciating me. You said that to me. You were like, you give and give and give and give, but you don't appreciate yourself. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time we met. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was very powerful, because no matter what I can see and no matter how far I can see, that sometimes I astound myself. The Spirit has given me the spirits, angels, guides. They've given me the ability to see beyond what other people can see. Mm-hmm. I never once was able to see what you saw in me. I wasn't able to see the pain that you saw in me. You understand? And I'm very grateful for that.
I have to respond to that, in that, remember I told you I've been watching your shows. I just don't understand, because I'm teaching, babysitting, you name it. I'm wearing my different hats. And I did speak to Dr. D last week, I think it was, wasn't it, Ceci? When I said, maybe this might not be the forum, but I want to drop this seed there. There's something going on, and I could feel that you were at your show, but you weren't there.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You were at,
You're absolutely right, because
you were not there, and I mentioned that to Ceci,
I
asked her what was going on.
She said nothing. But the thing is that this is actually a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm bad with time. It may have been a couple.
It was actually a couple of weeks ago, and actually I had like a discussion with somebody who I thought was my friend, which was my neighbor, and he turned out to be he's a gossiper, and he put me in a problem where it had nothing to do with me. Even though I resolved the problem, he walks around as if he didn't do anything. So I just said, well, you know what? We can socialize, but you can never come into my home again. So, he just talks a lot of stuff, and it was about doing me favors. Oh, I took him to the store, and he would and do this and do that. But now I have a new car, honey. I asked, and it was given. So now I have a new car, and she can't handle it. So she's trying to be a friend, but you know what? I extended myself, but because I was a friend. And now he wants to be a friend, but he tells my neighbors, well, he could at least call me and say hello. And my neighbors are like, why? Why does he need to call you? I'm not calling anybody, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. I haven't done anything wrong. I just told you can't come into my home anymore. That's it. So the bottom line is, it bothered me, Mother Oracle, because I left my house at such a young age. And I did so many things in life, in the street, to survive. And everything that I have, I worked my ass off. Nothing was given to me. Nothing was handed to me. And it bothers me because if it were not for the kindness of strangers, I would not be here. And because of that, I have such a deep feeling for people that I meet outside of my biological family.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Cecily and I are talking about our DNA. And it was weird because when I first did my DNA, I knew that they were my stepbrothers and sisters. I knew that. But my older sister kept opening the can of worms, and I told her, don't open up that can of worms because you're going to be shocked. It turns out to be that that man wasn't her father either. So I told her, I said, you see? But then it turns out that my sister is my aunt. But I don't know how that happened. I don't know what's going on there, but she's my aunt. We haven't spoken about it. She said, this maybe it's a mistake, but I called Ancestry. They said it's not a mistake. But with me in the beginning, it was like, I was a big Cess. We talked about it. Remember my last time when I checked it, I was like, I used to be something like 60 something, no, 60 something, like European. Now I'm 78% sub-Saharan African, which means I am Egyptian, Iranian, I am Arab. I belong to all those nations.
Yes.
You understand? And that is why I've always been attracted to Muslims. That's why I've always been attracted to Arabs. I find them to be extremely sexy. Palestinian men, I've met a lot of them in my life. I think they're I don't know. I find them to be beautiful. Indian, like Hindus, Indian, I find them to be fascinating. Everything about them, their color, everything. And I told Cecily too, I said, I never really dated men of color because I was 11 years old in school. I was raped by 4 of them in the locker room. And I was only one kid, and they were a little older than me, but they had stayed back. And I was very naive, and I was very effeminate when I was a little boy, but it was because I had my sisters and I was always with them. But at the end of the day, I know that I have this thing where I can attract these men, and I read the Quran because I believe in the Quran, and I don't know. And when I go places, and I ask people about, I always ask, are you Hindu? Are you Muslim? And they're like, no, I'm Muslim, but you're Hindu. I'm like, how do you know? They're like, because you're Punjabi. I said, how do you know I'm Punjabi? And he said, because there's something about you. I can see in your eyes that you are Punjabi. I dated Punjabis, but I know the religion because I practice it. I practiced it before. So, to make a long story short, there's a lot of things, and they believe in angels, by the way, which people don't know. Muslims do believe in angels. That's why they don't put anything on their walls, because they believe that by putting things on your walls, you scare the angels. And that's why when you go to the bathroom, you're supposed to close the door, because everything that's negative stays in the bathroom. When you release, everything should stay there and it should be closed. So I follow a lot of those guidelines to a certain degree. But there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't read the Quran. I do read the Quran.
Most people don't realize they read the Quran every time they pick up the Bible.
They do, and they read the Torah too.
And then they say, "What are you?" I'm not reading. I said, "Baby, the Quran. I believe the Quran, or is it the Torah? That's the Old Testament."
It's the same, Mama. The Torah and the Quran are exactly the same book. It is, because what you may see as Kabbalah, the Arabs, they're Sufi Muslims. The Sufi Muslims are the mystics. I learned.
They're the mystics.
I was taught by a Sufi, so I know a lot of the magic from Sufis because I was taught by Muslims that didn't like gay people. They just liked me. They said it. We don't like gay people. There's something about you though that's extraordinary. So that's what I get every time I meet like different religions. But I am grateful for the panel. I'm grateful for all of you women, for you women, and for you, Ron. I'm very grateful because I've met you, and each and every one of you touched something special in my life to help me evolve a little more. And I'm grateful, and I will always be grateful. And you, Dr. D, you've been my friend for more than 20-something years.
Wow.
I love you to death, girl. You know that. I love you to death and back.
Well, don't love me to death. Don't love me to death. Don't love me to death.
Well, honey,
Rephrase that. You don't want to love me to death.
We walk on the fence of life and death, honey. We walk on that tiny little tightrope, all of us, because we have these gifts. Right. So we walk on that fence, and we don't teeter-totter. We walk straight on the damn fence.
Dr. D, what's next on the agenda? Do you have a menu or a rundown or
exercise?
Oh,
that's why I was saying exercise. But I wanted to get to Ron because I got a question for Ron. He didn't get a chance to answer. I love you.
Go ahead. So I can
be short and brief.
Ice cream in the plastic thing.
I'll be short and sweet. What's your question, honey?
I need to know. I was asking a question. Do you feel that your parents could have? Are you mad at your parents because you feel they should have protected you from something? Screaming hope. Who the heck? Oh my gosh! Who is this? Mama. Who is this?
What's her name?
Screaming Hope, LA.
Oh, Streaming Hope, LA. That is a live.
I can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
Who, me?
Write it in the chat. Your mic is muted.
Yeah.
Oh, are you
now
there?
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm always here. My parents were extremely. They taught me valuable lessons about trust and betrayal. And they taught me a lot about truth and lies. And they taught me how not to be naive. And those were very hard lessons for me to learn. Okay, because I was a very sensitive child, and it toughened me up. And it made me tougher to discern people for who and what they really are versus my wanting them to be something they want. So, though I don't have a relationship with my parents, they have made some choices that were unfortunate and were very toxic. And for my own good and my own life, I had to bid them farewell. So that they could learn whatever lessons they needed to learn, because I was preventing them from learning those lessons because I was trying to be a peacemaker versus allowing other people to have their own experiences in life. So that was my lesson, was to not step on other people's paths and let them live their lives. But being a psychic and a teacher, it's hard. to watch people that you care about. But if they wish to learn the lesson, you must let them learn the lesson. And I had to learn that. I hope and I wish them very much well, and I love them dearly, but I love them from afar. But am I angry and bitter about it? There's disappointment. I would say more disappointment than anger, and that has to do with me and my disappointment in that they were not able to live up to an expectation of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's my fault. So, I just do the best I can, focus on my life and my marriage, and make sure that what I'm doing every day is in the benefit of the people I love and not to the detriment.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you, if you're watching this on a recording or if you're watching it live. Now, these are the options. I actually have weight. But if you do not have weights, all you need is a chair. I'm going to move my chair so you can see, because I'm going to show you some simple exercises that you can do. That is going to help your quads and strengthen your core, but also help your arms and yourself. If anybody have to leave, let me know. So before I get into my exercise,
I'm going to get my
that thing. Okay. So you can get some cans.
I'm going to
I got company coming over, so I'm going to let you go. Bye, Ori.
Bye,
Okay.
baby. Thank you for everything.
Bye,
Bye, love. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay.
Okay, girl.
Mwah. Thank you. Okay. So, all right, let's see. Mama Oracle's coming back. Just me and you. All right. So, okay. So you can get some cans. You can get the heavy cans and put them in your arms, or you can get the weight for your arms, because
Do you mind?
some of us
Do you
got
mind if
some
I
of
just?
that.
Do you mind if I just watch? Do you mind if I just watch?
You can watch. You don't have to participate. It's all good.
Yeah, not in that.
So,
Not in the exercise. Not in the exercise, because tomorrow when I start going back to the gym. So
I'm gonna let you watch.
in
So when Mom, you come back, you let me know. Okay. Now, as you can see, I got my microphone on. This is the studio, as you guys, like I said, I really got a real studio now. So you can take your weights, or you can get some water bottles, and you can actually use them gallon water bottles with water. It has okay, here she is. All right, now let me add you back in. How do I get? Okay, hold on. Or are you gonna be on first flash and then?
These are 2-pound weights, and these are my 5-pound weights.
Okay, so basically, you're gonna stand or sit, whatever works comfortable for you. See, and I want y'all to see my shoulders are at length, and so is my hips, my legs. So what we're going, can they see me? Okay.
Yep, we can see you. You're good.
We're gonna do some squats. First, I want to do my lifts. So what you're gonna do is lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you hold it for that. Then you're gonna come down slowly and transfer up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. And you're gonna do the same one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though you got it, and come down slowly and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down and up. What I'm doing, I'm also using my hips. I don't know if you can see. Last like you really probably can't see everything I'm doing. I want y'all to kind of see See, I'm squatting. My hips are parallel with my shoulders, and my hips are moving. So, and my legs, they're like this. So just so you know. So that's what I'm doing. So you move your hips, and then I stand up as I come up with the weight. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Okay, now that we got them down, we got them both down at the same time this go around. I'm going to take this bracelet off. It's cute. Okay. You take them and you're ready to rock and roll. As you can see, I like moving my hips a lot. Shake those hips. That's not part of the exercise. But we're going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And out to the side. This is, I don't know if you remember calisthenics a little bit. We're going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the center. Breathe in and go out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again in center. Okay, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again. Hold it. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what you want to do is we're going to stretch. 1, 2.
Oh, that feels good.
1, 2. It's like you're punching. See, that's what I want to do. It's like this. Pow, pow, pow. But we're doing it slow. So, because I don't want anybody to have any back issues or any other problem out of loose. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we did that. We're going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 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 One more. Up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you got your weights. You did that. Now I want you to pretend like you're going to sit in a seat. My legs, as you can see, en tente. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Down, squat again, like you're going to sit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. And you're going to go down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and up. Got 2 more to go, ladies and gentlemen. Squat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, last one. You can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. Now, stretch up to your right. Stretch, 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 stretch. Stretched up to your left. Stretch, 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 stretch. And what you do, which is very easily. So we're going to do your neck very easily. Which is calisthenics. You put your hand out, arms out, length. Take your neck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch again to the center and then go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So take your neck down as far as it can go. Up, 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 up. 1. And let go. Down. Look down. And then back, 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 back. And then we're just doing it up and down slowly. This is the third one. And back. And up. And back. And one more. Down. And up. So what I want you to do is take your neck, go clockwise around. Full circle. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Now to go the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after that, you should feel really good. Your neck should be loose. Your arms might be a little sore with the weights. Your core, if you held it in and your back are up, your core should be strengthened. So if you want to do some of those exercises, these are just some things that you can do for physical therapy and calisthenics. I'm looking forward to having some people work out with me, like my mom. And we're going to be doing this. Like I said, this is a Sunday tribute, my premiere show of called The Women's Circle, The Door of Many Colors. So as we change, don't think that you always see this gold. Because it's the door of many colors, you never know what door I might hold. So with that being said, I'm going to bring in Ori. And if you have any questions, I said, earlier in the show, we were on Blog Talk for an hour and people is looking for them to call in. So what did you think about that part of the segment, Ori?
I think it's great, but I actually have exercises for your core that does not require you to stand up.
Okay.
We'll
make a bet on that.
You want me to show you?
Sure. Yes. Come on.
And it does work. I mean, I have a gut, but my gut is not due to my core being weak. It's the diabetes and what I eat. Okay, you stand up straight, you sit up straight in the chair, it doesn't matter which one. And you have to start with your hands like this. You have to start up straight with your hands like this, pull it up as high as you can. And as you put it high, press, push pressure into your stomach, like, you know what I'm saying? Like push, yeah. But put your arms as high as you can and just, push out normally. Just push out until you can feel it and keep going up as high as you can. And just keep pushing, take a deep breath, and then do it again, like 3 times. That's one exercise that will actually help the top core of your stomach. And it does work, actually. And the other one is you're in the same position. So you take your hands and you bring them down So you're actually bringing them down this way, and you're actually going down, not all the way, just like you're curving your body, and at the same time you're holding your stomach in, as tight as you can. Push like the muscles as tight as you can. Hold it there, and you count to 10 or 20, whatever you decide to do. Then you bring it back up. Okay, and then you lift one leg. Hold your stomach, one leg, bring it down. The next leg, put it down, bring it up, and then put it down. The next leg, you can count as much as you want. And if you do those exercises within a month's time, you can actually lose all this weight and this weight. Proven. I've done it. And it's simple, and you don't have to get out of your chair. So it's a simple thing. Remember, because when I get up in the morning, like I can touch my ceiling. So when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is I sit at my bed and I do that. But then I get up and I stretch and I touch my ceiling. Before I was only able to touch my ceiling with my fingers. Now I can actually touch the ceiling with this hand. So I stretch my body. So when I actually go to the gym, I never have back pains because I always do that. I always stretch. But it does help because I can push down on my stomach, and my stomach is hard because my core is hard. So I can actually do the scissors when I go to the gym to stretch. I can actually do the scissors. I can put my feet up and bring them down and bring them up and bring them down. No problem. No pain, no problem, no nothing. So there's nothing that you can't really do if you do these simple exercises, because you don't always have to get up and do these things, because by doing that with your leg, bringing it up one, holding it up in the air, and pushing your stomach and doing the other one, you're not only working your stomach, you're also working your leg muscles. So you're working your leg muscles and your core. And the reason you lift up your arms and you keep it there and you push your core is because you're building the muscle up here so that you can stand up straight. So this muscle will actually grow.
Posture.
And this will actually start to lift up. That's what I've learned along the years, and it works.
Okay, I got you. So, what did you think of the exercises, Mom?
Oh, excellent. I'm glad I chose the 2-pound weights and not the 5-pound weights. A lot of hard work.
That's good. So, I'm like I said, I'm telling the audience, that they can call in, that this is going to be a regular occurrence. I am officially on Tuesday will be my last live for next week until next week. It'll be next Thursday, not this upcoming Thursday, but the Thursday after next. So next week, I'm taking 7 days off, ladies and gentlemen. So you're seeing this now, and if you're seeing it this Sunday, then it's a recording. So we're my recordings, and you'll see Ori on Monday. Ori has Coffee with Ori at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Thursday. Every Monday. Why am I doing that? Every Monday. Angelic Whispers is Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific every Thursday. He's every Monday. I will be every Sunday. That will be my new home. So, of course, you'll see my mama come in. You'll see different guests. We never know who will sit at the door of Many Colors table and talk with us. So, be sure to call in if you have any questions, anything that you would like to know. Be sure to write Food Alchemy Network or go to drdmedphysician.com, and we'll be sure get back to you with any questions or answers. So I want to say all to my fellow ladies, it's been wonderful, and I appreciate all my guests that showed up and took the time to spend the day with me.
It's over already?
It's over already, Mama.
The invitation I got said it was from 12 to 4:30, but remember that was from October 31st, 2020. I got the wrong invitation. Okay. Well, you know what? Since it is over, I want to apologize for taking all that time at the top. I didn't realize it was a short show. But I do want to share something with you. This is Mother's Day, and I would be reft if I didn't share this piece. This is called I Am a Mom. It was commissioned by Carmelita Pittman, who has a show on Easy Way Radio. The guy Eric that tuned in, she is on his network, and she commissioned this in 2003 for her annual Mother's Day celebration. It's called I Am a Mom. Mom, mommy, mother, mom, mama, grandma, Grammy, grandmother, gamma. A rose is a rose, and if called by any other name, it would still smell so sweet. I am a mom. That's what I am. I like being a mom because I know I can do what's expected, unexpected, too much, and not enough at all. I am a mom. Where are you going? What are you doing? How did you do that? How come you didn't tell me? How is it I didn't know? Compromise, flexibility, trust, no order of importance, just I am a mom. That's what I am. Happy for the gifts God gave in my too sweet, evil, lovingly obnoxious, brilliantly talented spirits I call my heart, my essence, my life source, my babies, my children, my daughters, my granddaughters, my legacy. I am a mom, mommy, mother, mom, mama, grandma, Grammy, grandmother, gamma. I am dedicated and committed to nurturing the child in them, guiding the youth, and advising the woman in them. I am a mom. Sometimes appreciated, most times not. Most times cared for, sometimes not. Always wanted, needed, and loved. I am a mom. I am a mom, mommy, mother, mom, mama, grandma, Grammy, grandmother, grandma. I am. Slow down. Cover the brakes. Look always. From training bras to driver's training. How was school today? Anything exciting happen in class? Carpooling, picking up, dropping off. I am a mom. That's what I am supposed to be. There's so much more than can be said, so much more going through my head as I consider my station in life. I am a mom, mommy, mother, mom, mama, grandma, Grammy, grandmother, gamma. I am. That's my confession to the loves of my life. I am what God made me to be. I am without question, without condition or judgment, without regret, without thought to nothing more than the love I feel would give my life for. I am a mom. Mrs. Elizabeth Denise Gonzalez and Felicia Maria Yohevit Cook are my daughters. Calliope Isabella Gonzalez and Iroquois Callisto Gonzalez, my granddaughters. They are my reasons for living, my reasons for being. They are me, who I am, what I want to be. I am their mom and their grandmother, by choice, by love, by God. I am a mom, mommy, mother, mom, mama, grandma, Grammy, grandmother, gamma. I am. In peace.
That's beautiful. That's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very beautiful.
Happy Mother's to all of you wonderful mothers out there.
Yes,
Like I said,
and mother figures.
I've been called a mother or two every now and then.
Girl, here you go. Here you go.
It's
But
true.
yes, I appreciate it. We will do this again because we will be doing also a healing fair again. Not quite sure when, but right now, like I said, but it's going to be on a different platform because it looks like we actually, once we get a couple more people signed up on the network and contracts signed, I'm hoping, I know by my birthday we will be live and active and it'll be seen on many platforms. So if you like what you see, please subscribe to Food Alchemy Network. But also, why don't you be one of our sponsors? If you're looking for a commercial that it fits in with us for metaphysical and healing and of service that you do, or a comic person that makes cartoons that is healing for the public that wants to be healed, whether children or an adult. We're looking for you to join our network that you can do the healing work with us. If you have a documentary that tells a story that has been untold for the healing, reach out to Food Alchemy Network. We're looking for you. We want your story to be told. We want our children to walk into the light of being able to see themselves in the many beauties that it is from this world to the next. What would you want your prodigies to know about you and the legacy you leave behind? That is what I do when I walk outside the vortex and into the portals called
Oh,
Food Alchemy Network. Again, if you want to be on my network and you feel you align with this channel, come apart. And I'm reaching out to my girl Tuesday because I need some of those recipes on my network, girl. And you know what I'm talking about. So we got to connect. That's who my friend I met. I met her years ago, but also met her again in the Mojave Desert.
yes.
So she has
Well,
some great products. I'm just saying.
I might try and do that writing workshop through you in about a month or so. The version you guys got in the Mojave Desert is totally different now, and I'm still doing beta testing on it and what have you. But I'll probably
I need my songs.
Pardon me?
I need my songs. I need my songs.
I huh?
I didn't get my song.
I did. I sent the soundtrack. Girl, stop.
I didn't get it, Mama. I didn't. Seriously. You did everybody but me.
I will resend.
I don't get no love.
I'll
I'm
resend.
supposed to be your daughter.
I'm in trouble.
Let me tell you something. She sends me a lot of stuff, and I don't always get her stuff.
Yeah.
And I keep telling her, I don't get it. I sent it, but you didn't send. I didn't get it.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
And I sent the link to this show 3 times. 3 times the same link. And she said it came up different each time.
What happened is the link that the last one that you sent got me here. But the other thing you were sending me was an old advertising for October 31st, 2020. And that link is that was for that show then. It did not match. It did not match with today's show. So it clearly says October 31st at the top. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. I hope people don't. Yeah, I sent, with October 31st on there instead of today's date, which is May 9th. Okay, so it was an old invitation that had an old link. I didn't get the new link until the last time you just sent it so I could come in because I was having
Something is going on.
Yeah,
something is really going on. That's like I was saying, something's going on energetically. Okay, so I
do you have an automatic thing that automatically sends it out unless you go in and manually change it? Like you have an automatic?
Unless you're subscribed to my channel, no.
Okay.
So you got to be subscribed. If you're a subscriber, then it goes out. So anybody out there, that's why I say subscribe, because there is some things, but like I said, we're coming where we won't have this glitch anymore, that we will actually be on the platform of Amazon, Roku, and all those other things real soon. So that's why I said, if you want your things to be seen, I'm working on getting them to do subscriptions to our channel for $3.33. He's saying it's not possible, but I think it is, because I think anybody can pay $3.33.
I have a friend, Dennis Rowe, Zero TV, and he has a streaming channel like yours, and he does have a subscription, and it's $3 and some odd cents or whatever a month, and also people can elect to subscribe and pay the subscription, or they can watch the show free as well. He doesn't not allow people in, but yeah, so it's possible, it's doable. It's doable.
Okay. We're going to work at it. So, my loves, we're going to say, everybody give a farewell greeting. What you would have to say, your last word for the day.
Always remember to love yourself 24/7, 365 days in the year. Because if you don't, who will?
Holla.
I say.
Holla.
He said holla.
Are you ready to go?
I always
Bye,
say bless. I say blissful rising and blissful awakening. Be blissful to the next turn.
And
Always.
blissful
Always send
awakening is from the
abundance, life,
original.
prosperity, and love and longevity.
Amen.
Blissful
I mean,
awakening is from the original.
Namne horenge kyo, namne horenge kyo, namne horenge kyo.
Blissful awakening is from the original. No copy.
oh,
This is the original.
he's trying. He's somebody copies me. That's what he's.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Goodbye,
I'm the
Felicia.
original author of Blissful Awakening and the Blissful Rising.
Mother Oracle, you're
Yes.
the best.
I love you. I love you too.
Blessing, blessing, blessing,
Okay.
blessing, blessing to both of you. Happy Mother's
Thanks.
Day.
This day.
May
Thank
you be may the rest of the day be filled with laughter and joy and happiness because you deserve it.
It certainly will, because I'm gonna go lay my butt in the bed.
No, you didn't. You're supposed to go out. Okay.
No, well, we went to breakfast this morning so that I could make your show.
Oh,
That I could be, because we had scheduled, my family had, I was scheduled to do brunch, which meant it's starting at 11 o'clock. But we changed our schedule. The girls didn't come over or anything. They just called in. And Norm's around the corner, opens at 7 o'clock. We got there at about 7:45 so that I could do breakfast and still be able to make your show. So I wasn't going to say all that, but that's, because originally, remember, I was questioning your time, so yeah.
yes.
And I'm here on your show. You know, I don't be appearing to nothing. I was scolded, Mother, the other day. I was scolded. And I don't appear in nobody's show. So I was scolded. That's okay.
I didn't scold you. I just made a recommendation. That was a
She
recommend. It was
scolded
a
me.
sisterly recommendation.
And she said, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, after she told me, I'm just saying. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So I did get into Rod. The problem is I don't know how I really don't know how to connect unless you send me a link. Like she sent me the link for this. So I saw you women. I heard you singing too beautifully.
Oh, thank you.
I heard you, and my spirit, like all my hairs rose, and my spirit was like, I was like, oh my God, I was like emotional over here. And at one point, she was like, are you bored? No, I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored. Do you know who was bored? That white lady. She was bored.
You think she was bored?
Hey,
I don't.